Hello students, today we start the next concept, that is the imbibition of water and its significance. So this is also the one of the properties of water. So first of all, write down the water, plant and water relations. In that you have already studied in previous video that the water is a life for all living organisms and it contains about 70 to 90% of water. These water molecules are bipolar, neutral, having the pH 7, then it is bipolar. So write down some characteristics of this water. Then about the water potential. So what are the water potential? In that we have learned it contains the free energy, then it is having the different different chemical potential, water potential, then having the uh, different properties of the water, that is the calculations, the absolute values of water potential they have always in the constant. Then if the how the negative values are formed, then what are the water potential of the pure water. So these are some water potentials. So write down this water potential, then move towards the imbibition. So in imbibition, that means first of all there is the swelling up. If the certain substances place in water, it absorb water and swells up. जब हम कोई यदि हम सब्सटेंस वाटर में रखते हैं तो क्या करता है सब्सटेंस, वहाँ जो वाटर है वो वाटर को एब्सॉर्ब करता है और वो स्वेल हो जाता है. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल हम इफ़ वी placed a dry seed in water, it absorbs water and swells up. So imbibants means these substance are called as a imbibants. मतलब यहाँ पे हम जो ड्राई सीड यूज़ कर रहे हैं उसे हम imbibants बोलेंगे, और this phenomenon is called as the imbibations. That means the substance which absorbs, if any substance are placed in water and they can absorb the water and swells up, then this phenomenon is called as the imbibations. And the process of absorption of water and swelling up by the mostly dry material is called as the imbibition. So this is the definition, that is process of absorption of water and swelling up by mostly dried material is called as the imbibitions. So next point, these process or mechanisms of imbibition. So first is the physical process. So imbibition is a physical process and it takes place in living and non-living things. So this happening in लिविंग थिंग में भी ये इम्बाइबेशन होता है और जो नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स है उनमें भी ये होता है. देन सेकेंड वन इज द पैसिव प्रोसेस. सो इट इज़ नॉट रिक्वायर द एनर्जी, देयर इज़ नो नीड ऑफ द ब्रेक्स, the ATPs for the process. So it is the passive process, that means it not requires the energy. Then it takes place without the expenditure of biological energy, therefore it is passive process. Passive process क्यों है? क्योंकि इसमें it not requires the any type of biological energy. Next is the force of attraction. So imbibition takes place due to certain force of attraction. It is present in between imbibants and water. तो यहाँ पे फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन तैयार होता है जो वाटर एंड इम्बाइबेंट्स जो भी है उनके बीच में फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन तैयार होता है और एक इम्बाइबेशन होता है. सो एज गिवन इन अबव एग्जाम्पल द सीड हैज़ अ फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन ऑफ द फॉर वाटर, देयरफॉर सीड इम्बाइबेंट्स वाटर एंड स्विल्स. तो हम यदि ड्राई सीड्स का एग्जांपल लेते हैं तो ड्राई सीड्स का वाटर की तरफ अट्रैक्शन हो जाता है एंड दीज सीड्स विल बी imbibed with the water and they swells up. Then the hydrophilic colloids, the imbibants like dry seeds, gum pieces, then dry woods are having hydrophilic colloids. These substances have heavy attraction for water. Therefore, the force of attraction develops in between hydrophilic. Hydrophilic, that means the water loving. जो water loving colloids means particle. जो water loving particles है उनमें क्या होगा, वो जल्दी से वाटर एब्सॉर्ब करेंगे. तो जो वाटर इम्बाइबेंट्स लाइक जो ड्राई सीड्स है, गम्स पीसेस है, ड्राई वुड्स है, वो कैसे हैं? हाइड्रोफिलिक कोलाइड्स है. मतलब उनमें वाटर लविंग पार्टिकल्स प्रेजेंट रहते हैं. दैट्स वाई दे कैन हेवी अट्रैक्शन टुवर्ड्स द वाटर. वाटर की तरफ उनका अट्रैक्शन ज़्यादा रहता है. सो दैट्स वाई दे very fastly imbibition will be happen in this type. Then significance of imbibition in plants. First one is the absorption of water by root hairs. So in significance there are two most important example in that. First one is the absorption of water by root hairs and germination of dry seeds. So what's happening in case of root hairs? So root hairs, you know the figures of root hairs. So on the root hairs, cell wall and epiblema of roots hairs contains the high amount of imbibants substances, that is hydrophilic substances. It creates force of attraction between root hairs, root cells and water. Thus water influx takes place in roots and it is absorption of water by the root and root hairs. तो रूट में क्या होता है कि जो रूट के ऊपर रूट हेयर्स प्रेजेंट रहते हैं, जो रूट का सेल वॉल है, एपिब्लेमा मतलब जो आउटर लेयर रहता है रूट का. सो दिस ऑल आर कंटेंट्स द हाइड्रोफिलिक सब्सटेंसेस. हाइड्रोफिलिक सब्सटेंसेस कैन क्रिएट्स द फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन. उसके अंदर जो हाइड्रोफिलिक सब्सटेंसेस है दे विल बी क्रिएटेड फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन. सो दिस फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन, ड्यू टू दिस फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन द वाटर इनफ्लक्स टेक्स प्लेस. मतलब वाटर अंदर की तरफ आता है और वहाँ पे जो एब्सॉर्प्शन ऑफ वाटर टेक्स प्लेस बाय द रूट्स एंड रूट हेयर्स इज हैपनिंग. देन second significance in the germinating or germination of dry seeds. So in the dry seeds contains the heavy amount of hydrophilic substances like proteins, carbohydrates such as starch, cellulase, pectin substances. So it creates force of attraction between dry seeds and water. The dry seeds absorbs water by imbibition and it swells and to start the germinates. Same thing is happening in case of ड्राई सीड्स. ड्राई सीड्स में जो हाइड्रोफिलिक सब्सटेंसेस प्रेजेंट रहते हैं, हाइड्रोफिलिक सब्सटेंसेस फॉर एग्जांपल प्रोटीन्स है, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स है, उसमें स्टार्च, सेलुलोजेस, pectins, substances, etc. So these substances are having the force of attraction towards the water. So they can absorb the water and they will be imbibition will be happening and they will be swells and start the germinating. So this is the one of the important significance of the imbibition. So in today's question, and that is the imbibition of water and its significance. In that, first of all, you have to write down about the plant water relations, then about the water potential, and third point is the imbibition. So imbibition, that means the process of absorption of water and swelling up by mostly dry material is called as the imbibition. So imbibition, the mechanism of imbibition, that is the first one is the physical process. So it is happening in living and non-living things, and there is not any requirement of energy in biological system. That's why it is a passive process. Then it also having the force of attractions. Some hydrophilic colloids are present in the imbibers. Also there is some forms of hydrophilic colloids like proteins, carbohydrates such as starch, cellulases, pectinase are the substances having the strong attraction towards the water. So these are the mechanisms or processes happening in the imbibitions. Then about the significance of imbibition. In that, first significance regarding the absorption of water by the root hairs. So these root hairs, cell wall, then epiblema of roots contains the high amount of hydrophilic substances. So these hydrophilic substances having strong force of attraction towards the water, so they can absorb the water and they will be swells up or imbibe. Then in case of germination of dry seeds, so these dry seeds are contain heavy amount of hydrophilic substances like protein and carbohydrates, means starch, cellulose, pectin, etc. So these substances also create the force of attraction towards the water and they can absorb the water and it will swells and it starts the germinate. So this is all about the imbibitions in the plants. So I hope all of you are understood about this imbibition process.